Greetings, Helldivers! Today I was planning to talk about the Raptor, but I think I wanna talk about something simpler, so we're gonna talk about the Adjudicator. Let's go! Checking the stats of the Adjudicator, it deals 95 damage and 23 durable damage with medium armor penetration. It has capacity of 30 and 8 spare max. It also has a very high recoil, which is pretty much a trait of this weapon, standing at 27, and especially high vertical recoil, which is 42. But you can highly decrease that recoil by attaching the compensator and the vertical foregrip, which will reduce the overall recoil to 13, and most importantly the vertical recoil from 40 to just 15. And for the last stat, the Adjudicator has 40 ergonomics, which is pretty decent. When it comes to actual gameplay though, the Adjudicator battle rifle, which is actually the only battle rifle we have, is going to be the best against the medium enemies, as it can kill multiple of them with just single mag. And while against light units, when it comes to one unit, will not have a problem, when there is a horde, it doesn't have enough of the capacity to keep up, and when it comes to heavies, there is pretty much just one heavy that it can be used fairly against. The Adjudicator features two firing modes, full auto and semi-auto, and I can understand why fair amount of people would want to use it in semi-auto, as the gun is way easier to control that way and behaves more of a marksman rifle. But if you are going to use this weapon as a marksman rifle, why don't you just pick up the Diligence Counter Sniper, which comes from the free warband and is also medium pen, while having a way greater damage output per mag than the Adjudicator. But I personally keep with the full auto mode and mag dumping the medium enemies, which used to be a little bit better, but it's understandable why the Adjudicator doesn't shine as much, as it didn't get any love pretty much since the March of 2025, when it received its last buff. And since then, multiple enemies, especially the medium enemies, has been receiving the durable buffs, so they are not that easy to kill anymore. While the gun does perform decently, I would still show some love to it, even going as far as creating the new category of weapons, the battle rifles, and alongside the Adjudicator moving the Tenderizer there. But I would also buff the Adjudicator by a bit, though if you are buffing the Adjudicator we also have to buff the Tenderizer, so I would buff both of those weapons damage by 20 and by like 10 their durable damage, you know. The durable damage has to scale with the normal damage. This way it would make them a little bit more distinct from the ARs, so they are actual battle rifles that hit harder, trading the ammo capacity for more damage. Let's get to the battleground, starting with the automaton front, and here it obviously will be the best, as the front is packed with the medium units, but not to the degree it's overwhelming for the gun, so the Adjudicator can keep up with them. There is also not a lot of light units, so there is not a problem with that, and this is the front where the Adjudicator has that heavy it can keep up with pretty well against, as it will take just below mag to take down the Hulk to the vent. It also can deal with the gunships with similar amount of ammunition, and I'm not sure if they are the medium enemy or heavy. I would call them a medium enemy. But I wouldn't really go against anything bigger than a Hulk, as it will be simply either too durable or too tanky for the Adjudicator to kill, or kill within fair time. If you're gonna go for the weak spots on the medium enemies, probably you should be using the semi-auto mode, and keep in mind that it cannot kill the Devastator, let's say, to the head with single shot. You will need a follow-up shot, but when it comes to the normal troopers, they will be dead pretty much anywhere with single tap. And I'm thinking, but I'm not sure, it will also take double tap when it comes to the Rocket Striders. And with being able to destroy mortar and anti-air emplacements, that's pretty much all this gun can do. It's just a simple mag dumping thing for the Devastators. Next up we have the Terminids, and here, well, it's okay. It can kill some of the light units, but it will not be keeping up with the biggest of the horde, as it doesn't have the biggest capacity, as I mentioned in the usage part, so you will need some support when it comes to the bigger groups, like a grenade or stratagem or support weapon, whatever pretty much. But it has a slight benefit when it comes to the Raptor strain, as they have medium armored heads, like the Hive Guards, so you don't have to aim if you don't want to, and you can keep mag dumping them. It also is good against the Bite Spewer, as they are medium armored and have very durable butts. But since this one is medium armor penetrating, you can just blow off their head. I wouldn't really use it against any of the heavies here, with exception of the Impaler of course, as both Chargers and Bite Titans butts are way too durable, so really only use it if their flesh is exposed to finish them off. Lastly we have the Illuminate, and here it performs the poorest. It of course will not be keeping up with the voteless horde as the capacity is too low, and it will not be keeping up with the flash mobs as they are way too tanky for this gun and it takes too long to take them down. It's decent against the overseers on normal and mindless masses Illuminate, as there is not too much of them and they are as easy target as the Devastators, especially that you can aim at their head if they not use their shields or don't cover it with their arm when it comes to the Mortar Overseer. And it's an even easier takedown with the Flying Overseers as they have light armored head and the weak spot on their back. Against the Stingray you will take one mag and some spare change, so don't expect to take it down with just single swoop, you will have to wait for the second one to finish it off. And you can technically take down the Harvester with it, but in my opinion it takes a little too long. I'm not a fan of using it to take down the Harvester on its own, so I would only keep with taking down its shield generator. I would not be taking it against the Appropriators as there is way too many Overseers to keep up and it doesn't really do anything against the Voracitor, especially against the Gatekeeper. It also can keep up with the Obtruders, but only if the patrol is not too big. Last is Equipment Advisory section and we'll keep it simple today. Guard Dog to give you some supportive firepower for the little ones, and some anti-tank like the Quasar Cannon so you can pair it with the backpack. And that's gonna be it, a decent gun, simple one, as I wanted. I came up with the idea for the battle rifle category on the spot, though I would actually like it. There could be plenty of good ideas for this category, you know? Anyways, I will be seeing you in the next one. See ya, Helldivers!